Imagine there was a way for you to make money without investing, with zero investment. Make a build a multi-million dollar business model starting with zero out of your pocket, make 25,000 and build your business up way all the way up to multi-million dollars. So today I'm going to talk about that. My name is Bimal Shah, and I invented and built this software called the Funding Forge, which allows you to procure grants and other resources from the states to help you as a consultant secure six-figure deals to build a seven-figure income with zero out-of-your-pocket investment and continue making that kind of money year after year without having to worry about how to, build a multi-million dollar business model. Today, when we start to look at multi-million dollar companies, as startup companies, people think about pitching, raising funds, borrowing money. You don't have to do all of that. You can start building your business right now, here, with just a simple click, zero out of pocket, no commitments, nothing, and start with 25K and build all the way up there. So I'm going to talk about that. I've been in the business more than 3 decades, 30 years, written 13 books, founded the Pioneers Academy, and built several businesses, multi-million dollar businesses and exits. So I've been very successful and I've pioneered this system, and I'm sharing my success in a software. So it's done it all for you with just simple clicks, simple things. And it's my brains inside the programming of the software to help you make multi-millions with zero out of pocket. So let's get started today on an exciting journey and build your business, a multi-million dollar business model with zero investment.
Thank you, Bimal, and I'm really excited to walk through with you on this journey. And everyone, I'm April. I'm going to assist Bimal today to help you better understood this topic for today, the funding forge. So, Bimal, let's get started. And this is exactly exciting. So, we would like to know, to kick things off, can you help us know what the Funding Forge software is and what it makes stand out in the funding industry?
So one, works on grants. So imagine you as a consultant or a coach are able to secure grant for your business month after month and continue. So it's a continuing recurring source of revenue to receive grants for your business. And I built a software that makes it easy to get grants for all your clients. So the business model is very simple. You will start with a simple pitch to your client or prospect saying that if I can help you achieve your 3-year goal in 1 year and get your uncle to pay for it, would you be willing to get started? It's that simple, very short, sweet, to the point. And then, it gets them curious. And then you say, here's how. And and I'm going to walk you through the process step by step, screen by screen, on how this whole thing would work from the very beginning and how you can start this, by using this software and start this software with not even have to pay for it. There's no credit card required. There's no fee required. There's no expiration date. It's lifetime validity. So until you make clients and you make money, you don't pay for the software. As simple as that. And then once you start doing that, you start using the software. So let's get started, with the step-by-step instructions on how we can do this.
And that's so impressive, Bimal. It sounds very doable, I think, for our dear listeners. They can confidently do this, but also with your guidance. So I'm willing to help you out with this. So let's start with the process itself.
So this is, if you go on the top, there is the first page. This is the sign up page. This is where you sign up as if you're a guest. You start for free. There's no credit card required, no fee, no trial, no expiration date, nothing like that. You simply put your name and email and get started. And then the bottom, like I said, you have 3 free pre-qualifications that you can get for the grant. Now each of these grants are like 100,000 worth of approval. So it will show you how to walk through and secure that pre-qualification for your client. So be very wise in choosing those 3 pre-qualification, because that's what you get with the free trial. So you want to make sure you pick the 3 prospects who are ideal for that grant and who you want to work with, and then you can get the grant to help them achieve their next level growth, and achieve their 3-year goal in 1 year. Once you put in, your login information and all that, which is just, your name and all that, you can click start for free and you click that, then you will go to start building your profile. So if you go to the profile page, you're basically just going to enter all this information, simple information, your company details and all of that, and make sure to input your logo, email, your name and title, because we're going to create a free pre-qualification for a client with your letterhead. So the letterhead is going to be created, and the letter, the pre-qualification letter is going to be created with this information. So whatever information, logo, slogan, whatever you want to put on it on your letterhead, you put it right here. Make sure you preview it and everything looks good. And then you go to the next step of eligibility. So if you go to the next screen,
Mhm.
once you do this, you will go to the screen of checking eligibility. And this is where you enter. So let's say you found a clear prospect whose name is Jerry. He runs a business, is a, business entrepreneur, runs a dealership, and you just enter the basic information of this client, boom, 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 number of employees, address, everything, and, license, the key things that are required for the business to be qualified to get a grant amount and the grant approval from the state of Florida. So this is all state of Florida grants right now, which can future we plan to expand to all other different states, but right now it is built for the state of Florida. So, I think global start local. So this is where we are starting because I've been very successful. I've been 100% grant track record with this, and every single grant application has been approved. So, here I am putting it out to you so you can use it as a consultant, all other consultants and coaches out there. So once you put your client's basic information out there, and you put all the details and pre-qualification question, the next step is you will get an eligibility pop-up. If you show up the next file, if you show the next file right there. So this is where it will say, congratulations, you're approved, and it will generate a PDF. So, if you want, it will show up this pop-up, and if you can show that pre-qualification letter, April, which is the next file. Yeah, so this pre-qualification letter would be on your letterhead. So once you import your logo and everything, it will be out there on the letterhead. It will say grant pre-qualification approval for your company, all that. It will create with your client's name and information. It will create a letter, and it will be with your name at the top. You can sign it and say, listen, here's a pre-qualification. We can secure this grant for you and get started. Would you like to get started? Now, once the client says that, hey, I can get started with this. Yes, I'm great. It's exciting. My only out of pocket is, going to be the initial fee, which will be $8,500. And you say, listen, I got this pre-qualification done. I worked very hard. You didn't do, but you just had a click, but you'll say to your client, you worked very hard and you had to go through a lot to get this approval. So now, you're going to require an $8,500 fee to do all the work and also work on the biggest 90-day leap. So the
Mhm.
way, we help clients achieve their 3-year goal in 1 year is through 4 90-day leaps. And there are several podcasts that you listen to on Pioneers Academy podcast, which will talk about these leaps. We also walk you through on how to, use these leaps to um, and these milestones to help your clients achieve their 3-year goal in 1 year. And once you collect that, $8,500 initial retainer from the client, and the client is okay with that. Usually, from my experience, every client that I worked with has paid for it because it's the only out of pocket that they're worried about. There's no other out of pocket that they need to be concerned about. So this is
Mhm.
where they would, say, okay, let's move forward. So if they move forward, we'll also include a sample agreement, which is file number 4, if you can show. This is
Mhm.
where, you can use this sample agreement, which states everything, that you need to, and we'll include this in the software as a prototype with your letterhead and everything ready. So you can print it, take it to the client. If they're ready to move forward, they sign it. And then, if you can go to page number 2, so there's a 2-page simple agreement. None of my clients had any problem signing it. So it's not a very comprehensive, detailed agreement that your client is saying, let me think about it. You can actually read through the things, and it's very simple and easy, and clients are very willing to sign it. So if you want to use the same thing, be my guest, go ahead and use that. And then once this is done and the client has paid you retainer, then you're ready to rock and roll and use the software and walk through the software and actually, start utilizing the grant, which is what we're going to talk about next in the second video. which will walk through. If you go on the second screen, that will have that video of onboarding and how to go through the process and the software subscription. So in this, I'd like to say with this, you are able to build a business of 1 million to 5 million. And our business tiers, our software tiers are also designed based on revenue models. So they are designed from 1 million to 5 million plus of revenues. So the first million is only 0.75%, like, $7,500 per year. If you go to the subscription, we'll go through this file again when we go through the second onboarding, but just wanted to give you a little bit of overview. So there are three tiers: 7,500, 15K, and 25K. And this first tier helps you make 1 million. The second tier helps you make multi-millions, and the third tier goes over 5 million plus in revenues. So with that, you are ready now to build a multi-million-dollar business model with zero out of pocket and making 25,000 before you even get started with the software. If you utilize all three free qualifications. If you're ready to get started with the first one, you want to start moving with the client and start making $100,000 with that client, go for it. Start, because you already got paid for the full annual subscription that you need to collect with that initial retainer plus 1,000. So you are ahead of the game anyway. So here's the strategy. Keep using it. It's very, very important to follow the key steps. I'll summarize it below. Start with the elevator pitch. If I can help you achieve your 3-year goal in 1 year and help, get your uncle to pay for it, would you be interested in having a conversation? And, who would say no to that, right?
Yes, Bimal.
So that's where you now have a meeting and you discuss all the details. You understand the grant. And when you watch the second video, you'll understand all the details of the grant. And then you go back, if you go back to screen one, you will see the login page and all that. So this is where you can build a multi-million-dollar business model with zero investment. And this is nothing like this exists out there for business owners who want to build a big business with $0.
Mm. That's incredible. And it really shows that this platform isn't just a tool, Bimal. It's a really full business model that you've built for expansion. And it's a gateway to financial freedom for anyone ready to take the action. So this is really interesting. And I don't see that this is not going to be a great risk for everyone.
Zero risk. There's absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
because you will get money first before you even have to pay for it. You will make
Mm-hmm.
money, and there's no expiration date. Like all other softwares that come with free trials, and you get a week or you get a month and then it expires, and then you haven't had time to explore the software and all that. And then you're not sure if you want to renew, or it's, life got in the way. Nothing like this on this one. Until you make money, until you get those 3 clients, you don't even have to start. There's no expiration. It's lifetime validity. However long it takes you to get those 3 clients. If you're smart, you could get that in 1 month to 2 months, and then all you have to do is, uh, find clients who can pay that initial retainer. As simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can easily find clients, those clients that are small businesses can easily afford that kind of initial retainer. So this helps you make a pioneer, because there's absolutely nothing like this exists out there. And it's a multi-million-dollar business model with zero investment out of pocket.
Mhm. And Bimal, if they're ready to take on to the next step, the links will be available on the show notes, right?
Yeah, so we're going to include show notes. This is also going to appear on the podcast and all other places. So we'll have the links for you to explore this on the website, get started, get signed up, see if you pre-qualify for the software, and also, other tools and resources. And we also, for all the listeners, like every episode, we're going to include a $100 Amazon gift card and free tools and resources. So please do check out all the show notes and make yourself a pioneer.
Thank you so much, Bimal, for the generosity. And yes, looking forward for the next video for us to see the live demo of the other part of this video. Thank you so much, Bimal.
Thank you.